Very good morning, children. I'm Deepa, your physical science teacher from Dr. Vincent School. So, welcome back to our session again. In previous session, we have started our new chapter, synthetic fibers and plastics. And what we learned, what are synthetic fibers, how are they prepared, why are they called synthetic fibers? We learned and how to test a different fiber. That is what we learned in our previous session. In this session, we are going to learn about nylon. How nylon is prepared. Nylon is what type of fiber? Is it natural or synthetic? Yes, nylon is a synthetic fiber. Okay, so how this nylon is prepared? What are the chemicals we are using for preparing this nylon? And how strong is this nylon? That is what we are going to learn in our today's session. So before starting the session, you all know in every video I am telling you should be ready with your books, isn't it? So I hope you are ready with your textbook, notebook, everything, right? Now open textbook, children. Take page number 47 in your textbook. See nylon. Can you name few synthetic fabrics that you wear or no? You have heard of nylon, yes or no? Yes. Nylon is a synthetic fiber. It is prepared from coal, water and air. So how this nylon is prepared? It is prepared by using coal, water and air, along with petrochemicals. Coal, water and air are mixed to prepare this nylon. Okay, children? See, it was the first fully processed synthetic fiber. Among all the synthetic fibers, nylon is the first fully processed synthetic fiber. It became popular during the Second World War. Nowadays, nylon replaced silk in most hosiery articles such as stockings. So, this nylon became popular during the Second World War, and nowadays this nylon is replacing silk. Why? Because silk is more costly. Okay, children? Right. And how is nylon made? Nylon is a polymer made of chemical units called polyamides. What is meant by polymer, I told? Joining of many small identical units, monomers, is called polymer. So this nylon is also made up of a polymer which made of chemical units. What are the chemical units which that polymer is made is called polyamides. Polyamides. So amide is a single unit, monomer. Many such amides units are joined together and form a large unit which is called as polyamides. So it is made with polyamides, and polyamides are made with monomers. What are that monomers? Hexamethylene, diamine and adipic acid. So these are some of the chemicals used to prepare this. What are that chemicals? Along with monomers. Along with monomers, this nylon is made along with monomers, hexamethylene, diamine, diamine and adipic acid. Adipic acid. Okay, these are used. Solid chips of these polyamides are melted. How they can be melted? These polyamides are in what form? Solid form. They are in solid state. Now, how they can be melted? By heating. By heating these polyamides, they are made to melt, made to convert into liquid form. Not complete liquid, but like a viscous liquid. What is meant by viscous liquid? See, which will not flow so freely as water. It will be like honey. You all know honey. Will it flow so freely as water? No, isn't it? That is what viscous liquid. Understood? Not complete free flow. So solid chips of these polyamides are melted and forced through a heated spinneret, which has very tiny holes. So now this melted one is made to pass into a spinneret. What is spinneret? Like see in your home you will use Jellida, which will have small holes, isn't it? Like that one spinneret will be there with a different size holes. That depends upon the size of the fabric which we want, size of the fiber, or what size of fiber we want. According to that, that size spinnerets will be taken. Many spinnerets with different sizes and different shapes will be there. So in that spinneret, this liquid, this melted one will made to flow. What will happen? As I told, it is not flowing so easily like water. It is a viscous liquid, thick liquid like honey. So it flows through that spinneret, through that holes. Okay, and there will be a gap from one hole to another holes in the spinneret. So through that hole they will flow down, comes and flow down, and then they will be made to cool. What will happen when they are cooled? That viscous liquid will become hard like a solid, which will become a fiber. Understood, children? See, have you ever heard a crackling sound when you take off certain types of clothes? Or did you see sparks in them when it is dark, like shining? That is what luster is. This is due to static electricity. About static electricity we are going to learn in this only in the next chapters. The size and shape of the holes change the characteristics of the resulting fiber. I told you, no, basing on the size and shape of the holes, different fibers we will get. The fiber solidifies as it cools and can be spun or woven. So when they flow from that holes, from the holes they will flow. The thick liquid will flow through the holes and made it to cool. That liquid is made to cool. Then what will happen? It will convert into solid. That is meant by solidifies. And then once they become like fibers, after cooling they'll become like fibers and they're ready to oven. They're ready to spun or woven. Nylon fiber is strong, elastic and light in weight. Nylon is very strong. Elastic means which can be stretched and also light in weight. Its weight is very less. So this nylon is strong, elastic and light in weight. These are the characteristics of nylon fabric. Strong, elastic and light in weight. Okay, children? Right. Next. Clothes made of nylon are lustrous and easy to wash. What is the meaning of lustrous? Shining. And they are easy to wash. So it has become very popular. That is the reason this nylon became very popular. Okay. So that is the reason why this nylon became very popular. Nylon does not absorb water. This fact explains many of its uses. So this nylon is having many uses. Why? Why it is having that many uses? Let us see the uses of nylon. It has many uses. What is the main reason for having that many uses? Because it do not absorb. Nylon do not absorb water. Doesn't absorb water. Nylon doesn't absorb water. But static electricity is easily created in nylon fabrics. It also easily catches fire. That is the main disadvantage. The main disadvantage of nylon is it will easily catches fire. Nylon will easily catches fire. That is the reason while working near fire, should not use nylon fabric, should not wear nylon clothes. Okay, and so we should not wear nylon clothes while cooking, welding, working near a fire, or using heavy machineries. Why do we wear apron during cooking or working near the fire? What is meant by apron? You all know. Big chefs and all. Sometimes even in your house, your mother will be wearing in kitchen while cooking like this, isn't it? Why? What for? Not only to keep the cloth neat, that oil stains should not occur on the cloth. The main reason is, even if they are wearing nylon cloth, this apron will protect not to catch fire easily. That is the main reason. Many articles that we use in our daily life are made up of nylon. Can you name a few things made of nylon? Toothbrush bristles. What is the toothbrush bristles? The front part, which we will be keeping in the mouth. Isn't it? That is what? Made up of nylon. Ropes. Many of the ropes we will be for what we say, drying the clothes and all, we will use the ropes. Fishing nets. You know fishing nets for catching the fish. Tents, tents, saris, socks, car seat belts, okay, sleeping bags, curtains, etc. are made up of nylon. All these are made up of nylon. Nylon has replaced wool as the fiber used is making in making carpets. This nylon replaced wool. Nylon replaced wool. For what? Making carpets. In making nylon replaced wool in making carpets. And nylon is also used in making parachutes. The main use of nylon, making parachutes. Parachutes also made up of nylon. Why? Why with nylon? Because nylon is very strong. The main advantage I told, it is very strong because it does not absorb water. So as it is strong, it can be used to make parachutes, because if it is not strong, parachutes means you all know, landing to the through the flight or anything, they will jump and they will come to the land by holding the parachutes. So if it is not able to bear the weight, if it is not strong enough, what will happen? In the middle they will break and the man will fall down and die, isn't it? So they will use nylon for making parachutes because it is more strong. And rock climbers use nylon ropes to climb mountains. You know rock climbers, isn't it? You can see here in the figure given. Rock climbers and parachutes. They will use nylon ropes. Why nylon ropes only? What will happen if they use any other ropes? They are not as strong as nylon. So when they are climbing, after half of the distance they have climbed, and if the rope, because of less strength, it has broken, what will happen? The person will fall down. It is used in making of swimsuits. Swimsuits. Why swimsuits with nylon? Because it does not absorb water. So making of swimsuits, sheer hosiery, sails, umbrella cloth, dress materials, car tires, etc. All these are made up of nylon. Understood, children? Yes. Now, activity. How strong is nylon? Let us test how strong the nylon is. To test, actually he asked us to take cotton, wool, nylon and silk threads. Okay, here I am taking three types of threads here. You can see. This is silk thread. Okay, I have taken silk, and this is cotton thread, and this is nylon thread. This is nylon thread. Three types of threads I have taken. All are of same length and same width. All the three threads are of same length and same width we have taken. And now we want to test that. So what we will do, each one we will take and hang the weights. We'll hang the weights for each one. We will see how much weights they can bear. Here this is what weight hanger. You have seen in our school lab, isn't it? So I have taken weight hanger. and I'm tying this thread. Have tied this thread for the weight hanger. First I am tying silk thread. Let us see how much weight it will bear. Okay. So I am taking first weight. It is 50 grams weight. You can see. Okay children, 50 grams weight it is holding, does not break. Now I am adding another 50 grams for it. 100 grams now. Okay. Now I will add another 50 grams for it. Now the thread is about to break. Okay. No more it can bear. It is ready to break. So this is the capacity of this thread. This thread capability. Another 50 grams I am keeping. Let me see. See, it has broken. It has broken or not? Yes. So its capability is only up to 150 grams. When I added another 50 grams, it has broken for silk thread. Now, like that, the same we will repeat for cotton thread. Now, we are connecting the cotton thread. Okay, we have seen the silk thread now. Now, we will connect cotton thread for this weight hanger. Okay, children. Let me connect this cotton thread. Okay. So, what you observed in silk thread? First 50 grams weight. It bear the weight. It does not broke, isn't it? Whereas another 50 grams was added, it bear the weight. 100 grams, no problem. Next, another 50 grams, 150 grams also, it bear the weight. Whereas another 50 grams, 200 grams, when I kept, what happened? It was broken, isn't it? So its capacity is only up to 150 grams. Now what thread I have taken? Cotton thread tied to the weight hanger. Now shall I keep the threads? Weights. See, first 50 grams. 50 grams weight. Okay. Next, another 50 grams. 100 grams weight it bear. Now let us see another 50 grams. I will keep here. I hope you all are seeing. What happened, children? 100 grams weight also it is not able to bear. Isn't it? Same length, same width threads I have taken. So cotton is so weak than the silk. So it has fallen down. Okay. Next, what thread we should take? We have completed silk thread, cotton thread. Now what thread we should take? I should take nylon. Now I am taking nylon thread. Okay, children. Now I am tying nylon thread to this weight hanger. Okay. Right. Now I tied the nylon thread. See. Okay. Now let me keep the weights again. For this also, I will add 50 grams weight. First, 50 grams weight. Okay. Next, another 50 grams. Okay. Right. Now another 50 grams weight. Okay, children. Next, another 50 grams. Okay. See. Now how much weight I placed? 200 grams weight I have placed. Did it broke? The thread did not broke. That means what is it? The meaning of this, what you understood from this? Nylon is so strong than that silk cotton what we have taken. So it is able to bear this 200 grams weight also. Even we can add still some more. It can bear the weight. Am I clear, children? Right. So what you understood from this activity? Even we can take woolen thread also. 4 threads you can take and try at home. Cotton, silk, wool and nylon. And if you observe, as we have seen in this activity, among all the 4, nylon is stronger, which can bear more weight. Clear, children? So we have seen silk thread, it is able to bear up to 150 grams, and another 50 grams when you placed, it has broken. Whereas cotton thread for 100 grams only it has broken. Nylon thread even 200 grams weight we placed also, it has not broken. This is the reason nylon is used for in parachutes and rock climbers will use nylon because of its strength. It is very strong. So from this activity, we understood that nylon is very strong. It is as strong as steel wire. Okay, children? And it is so strong, the reason is it does not absorb water. That is why it's so strong. And also it is used for swimsuits. Am I clear, children? That is what given in this activity. See that activity. Take an iron stand with a clamp. Take cotton, wool, nylon and silk threads about 50 centimeters in length. Tie cotton thread to stand so that it hangs freely from it. At the free end, attach a pan so that a weight can be placed on it. Add weight starting from 10 grams one by one till the thread breaks down. Now note down the total weight required to break the thread. Repeat the same activity with threads of wool, silk and nylon. That is what we have done. Yes or no? Right. Note that all threads should be of same length and almost of same thickness. Arrange the threads in order of their increasing strength. Now can you tell which is more strength? Nylon. Next is silk. Next is cotton. That is order of increasing strength. So do you know that if you compare a nylon thread with a steel wire of same thickness, nylon will be as strong as steel wire. Note down this point, children. See what he is telling? Nylon is as strong as steel wire. Nylon is as strong as steel wire. That is the strength of nylon. Am I clear, children? This is about nylon. Clear? So today we have learnt about nylon, whereas in tomorrow's session we are going to learn about another synthetic fiber, that is rayon. How this rayon is prepared, what are the characteristics of rayon and what are the uses of rayon. That is what we are going to learn in our tomorrow's session. In our next session. Okay, children, I hope you all understood about nylon clearly, and you should read all the full textbook up to this complete nylon, what all given, and highlight the keywords. Okay, children, thank you.